can't wait to have an absolutely raging headache after this because I haven't had dinner and doing a recording usually gives me a headache and I'm dehydrated and a little hungover.
Same.
Great.
And we're going to drink after this too.
Yeah, we are.
Hot.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
Oh my God, welcome back. This is Funny, Hot, and Very Cool. My name's Hannah.
My name's Kimmy.
And let's diet Dr. Kelp.
Wow.
Hot.
We also have ice cups today because they're not pre-chilled and we're needy bitches. Let's just pour Diet Dr. Kelp all over all of our equipment.
We did not think this through. We've never claimed to be smart.
No. Our whole friend group shares a brain cell, and today seemingly no one has it. It's missing. All right. I need that to stop. I'm not a big ASMR girl, actually.
I am.
I know you are. It kind of gives me anxiety, like listening to noises that up close.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hey, cheers.
Hey, cheers.
Clink.
Chin chin.
Tinte moi. I swallowed into the mic and I didn't mean to.
I tried not to, but who's to say?
You're more considerate than me.
Yeah. So how's your life been lately, Kimberly?
My life has been pretty good. Been, traveling more than I would like.
Yeah, you've been all around.
Just like a jet setter, like wanderlust,
Travel blogger girly.
Yeah, to Dahlonega, Georgia.
It is wedding season.
It is, yeah. And I've been traveling a lot, and it recently got me thinking about like airline etiquette.
Okay.
And I'm a window seat girl because I have really bad flight anxiety and also recently motion sickness.
On planes?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know. Well, I'm like the most motion sick girly in the world.
So am I, but planes, for some reason,
yeah,
it never has affected me like I always think it will.
Historically, I've been fine. In my last 2 years, honestly, not even, in my last year of life, landing has started giving me the feeling like I'm in the back seat of a New York taxi for 45 minutes longer than I want it to be.
Ooh.
It's not good. Yeah.
Sitting on the tarmac is the worst, but once you're in the air, I'm like, this is fine.
Really? The tarmac doesn't bother me. It's like the landing, like swoosh of turbulence and it just makes me so sick.
That's crazy.
Even thinking about it, I need to move on.
Okay.
But etiquette when you're on the plane. So again, I have really awful flight anxiety, so I like to sit by the window because it makes me feel a little better.
Agree.
I recently had a window seat on a pretty early morning flight. Like my flight took off at 8. So people were obviously still a little sleepy. Like the woman in the middle seat was asleep. But I had to keep the window like at least halfway up so that I could see out.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking if that was rude because it's letting a lot of light in the cabin. Like at that hour, they have all the lights on the inside dim so that people can sleep. And I was like, am I being a huge bitch? I just don't want to have an anxiety attack.
I'm the same way where like if the window's not open, I feel I suddenly realize I'm in a tin can.
And I hate not being in control.
Yeah.
And like when you get the aisle and I'm like, put it up.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Yeah, so I'm with you, but like I've fallen asleep on the window too, and I've had flight attendants wake me up and be like, "Can you pull the shade down?"
What is with that?
And I'm like, did somebody ask them to, or do they just like know because they have experience?
I think they do it so that when they land, the temperature regulates quicker. Like there's no sun beating in the window. That's what they have told us sometimes coming around. They're like, "Can you put the windows down so that it will help the plane stay cool for the next flight?"
I mean, this is the middle of the flight while I'm asleep.
Oh, weird.
So I'm like, somebody must be complaining that like the sun's beating on their face.
It's you. You're the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've already known that.
Yeah. So I get mad anxious on flights, and there are 2 things here. One. Sorry, I thought you were telling me to wait for something.
Oh, no, sorry.
Number 1, I've realized recently the sadder I am when I fly, the less anxious I feel.
Okay.
So that's 1. So like I was really sad on my last trip and I was literally like crying in takeoff. It was really depressing. And I was like, I don't care if there's turbulence, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go down with this plane.
That is so interesting.
I don't really know if it's like deeply suicidal or if it's just like
the apathy of like, I'm so upset.
And being a little distracted.
Yeah, that's fair.
The second one is that if I'm really, really tired, I also don't care about turbulence. So turbulence is what scares me, not like really anything else.
Yeah.
But I was really exhausted coming back from this trip, and I was literally in the middle seat, like dozing off in really severe turbulence. Yeah. And I just didn't feel anxious.
I've been there where it's like, if you're that tired, then it's like, if you're that tired, then it's just like, you know, you can't even stay awake long enough to worry about turbulence.
That's exactly how I felt too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm with you on that. Except for if I'm upset, everything is suddenly, my anxiety is high end.
Interesting. Okay. Even, well,
I don't know why I said it like that. High end.
High end. On planes specifically?
Mittens. Everything. Sorry, I'm distracted by how I say words now. Everything is, so like if I'm on a plane, it's like all of the anxiety is even worse.
Have you ever repeatedly said your name and you're like, holy shit, that's what people call me?
Yeah, if I think about how people say my name too much, it bothers me. And then I'm like, how do I say my name?
Yeah. Hannah.
So we digress here. My dad's family is from the Philly area, like years and years of, growing up there. And so whenever my grandparents would say my name, it would be Hannah.
What?
Hannah.
I can't even replicate that.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of people that like the Delco, like Philly, South Jersey, Northern Delaware, like that kind of, I guess, Eastern PA accent. People will say Hannah. It's like the people who say bagel.
Hannah? I can't even do it.
I say Hannah.
Can you do it again slower?
Hannah.
Hannah. Oh, I hate
there are certain people in our friend group that say my name like that. If you
ever
pay attention.
Hannah. I'm sorry, I can't stop now.
I know, right?
Hannah.
It's like bagel and bagel, like that type of deal.
Whoever says bagel can go fuck themselves. Who says that?
It's because of the accent. That's what it sounds.
What accent?
The same one.
Bagel.
Get
No. It's
a
like
bagel.
Pasta.
Hannah, you want to get a bagel?
People say pasta.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Go for it.
One last thing. Now that we're talking about accents.
Yeah.
I got complimented on my Midwestern accent by a Midwesterner.
Your fake one. Okay, I was gonna say, it was like, did people actually think you had one?
No, I started talking like as a joke, and they were like, "You sound exactly like my whole family." Oh God, honey, sometimes when you just travel, it's hard to get out of your feelings. It is so good. The emotions are just running wild.
In high school, I had my friend's brother tell me that I had a New York accent, which was really funny. What? Yeah, it was odd. I just don't think he knew what a New York accent was. Also, my dad's from New York, so I was like, maybe there's some type of...
Your dad doesn't talk like that.
Only when he gets mad.
That's fair.
Or when he's around his brothers who also have the New York accents, then it comes out, which I feel like happens to a lot of people with accents.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the plane thing really quickly.
Absolutely.
Just because
Sorry, I had to divert our route.
It's okay. I loved it. Flight reference. I remembered, so cute little thing. I have really bad flight anxiety because I have plane crash trauma from
trauma dumping
from literally witnessing a plane crash when I was like 5 years old.
Oh, that's so exciting for you.
Yeah, I was at my grandma's like country club pool, and two private jets above the Boca airport collided and exploded in midair, and all the streets to my grandmother's neighborhood were closed because they had to recover limbs.
They collided in the air.
Yeah, because of like a takeoff technology miscommunication or something.
Oh.
It was gross, and I, for like a year, drew plane crashes like in the margins of my like kindergarten homework. My parents got me evaluated, and apparently I was fine. Apparently not.
Sorry. That's so fucking funny.
I know.
Here we are years later in
and
therapy.
I like can't fly without crying. Yeah. And so I was telling someone this within like the last year, like on a date, and he didn't believe me.
What?
And so I legitimately Googled the plane crash and sent him the news article about it. And I was just sitting there and I was like, imagine being gaslit about your own trauma.
Not being invalidated by a white man.
Yeah.
God,
so,
I'm assuming it's a white man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, who else are we to hate on this podcast if not for them?
God, that's, you just can't have anything these days.
No, you really can't.
God. I mean, so for me with traveling, I have some anxiety as well, and nothing related to like the trauma of witnessing a terrible collision in the sky. But
it wasn't that bad. I'm kidding.
Yeah. But like my mood when I travel, I feel like is like aligned with the trend of romanticizing these days, where it's very main character, but I'm also like, especially if I'm in my feels and like upset.
If it's raining.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I am like the quintessential, like you're in a car, like pretending you're in a 2000s music video with like the rain. Let the rain fall down. Like
if I'm on an Amtrak and it's raining, I post on Snapchat and I say, send me sad songs. And I just...
You do that.
Yeah, I do. And I just listen to
I mean, so I guess that's all travel. I'll do that. But I'm like, I have like a whole dialogue going on in my head. I'm like, this is my show. I run this airport.
I love pretending to be the main character. On hot girl walks. Yeah. I've started taking that energy on at the gym so that I'll be less embarrassed to try new things. It's really scary. I had a gym interaction yesterday that was like really cute. I was in the, like, there's a separate workout room with like mirrors and like bands and bosun balls, whatever. Bosu? Bosu. Mm-hmm. Bosun is a captain's mate, right? Okay. Getting it straight in my head. I've watched Bosu. Below Deck. But I was in like this little workout room because I had to do a lot of like weird cardio stuff for this workout. And I didn't want to be jumping all around like the weight part of the gym. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there and I go to swap out the hand weights that I had. And there was a woman working out in the like lifting area. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Are you done with the room? And I was like, I'm not, but you can come in. Like, I'm not monopolizing it. I know it might be a little weird, but like, if you don't care that I'm doing like jumping jacks and shit, then please. And she was like, no, it's okay. I just get kind of embarrassed to like be working out and like dancing around next to someone. And I was like, girl, we're all embarrassed. Like,
you think I want to be doing these jumping jacks in front of you?
I was like, all women at the gym feel weird. This is a shared experience.
Seriously.
And men don't have to deal with that because they're
not many of them. They have their own insecurities at the gym, and we don't have time for that. This isn't a podcast about men's issues.
No, it's not. I was thinking.
Okay. Careful.
I know. Watch your step.
Whoa.
I was thinking, hold for applause, that it would be pretty easy to be a man.
Well, yeah. But what specifically made you think about this?
Because I recently was saddened by one.
Oh.
And I was just like, do you know how easy it would be to unsad me?
Oh my God.
Give me flowers. And literally, that's it, honestly. The bar is on the fucking floor.
Trader Joe flowers, $5.99.
If that. I think they do $3 for...
that.
If that. We cannot speak today. Yeah, I just was like, I would be so fucking good at dating as a man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think like, that's...
Here's some flowers. Here's a pony.
Honestly, I think it... Here's a pony. Daddy, I want a squirrel.
Where's my pony?
I think it would be even easier to date me because it's just like, send me a meme. Or like,
it's really just, the little things.
You know I love trinkets, literally, the little things. You know I love trinkets.
You love a knick-knack.
Yeah. An eraser that's shaped like a strawberry.
Yeah.
And like...
I'm so excited. Okay. I love household things that look like other things.
Yeah.
Have you seen like those candles on Urban that's like a stick of butter?
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
I love that.
And I want my whole apartment to be covered in things that look like things but aren't those things.
Yeah.
Like a vase that's a strawberry.
I have a vase that looks like an orange juice carton.
I have I love that one.
I know.
I have an ashtray that looks like a card deck.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Not that we've ever used it. So many people come into my apartment, which doesn't have a balcony, by the way, and like smoking inside would be disgusting in any form. But people will come in and be like, ashtray, and I'm like, it's just cute.
Yeah. Sometimes I put my fidget things in there.
Yeah. Sometimes we put matches on it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
just cutesy.
Yeah, no, I just need like trinkets or memes and like reliable communication. It's that easy, man.
I think reliable communication is a little tough these days, tougher than I'd want it to be.
Yeah, I agree.
I also feel like it's hard when you're like in the early stages of dating or trying to talk to someone and like maybe you're not on the same communication wavelength or like everything's
tough.
not perfect, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it never will be. But like we always tell each other and you're more likely to tell your friends like the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I just feel like the red flags like stack up and then you like make all of your friends hate them before they get the chance to like
I know that's
like
the
them.
tough part. And you're like, okay, first time I meet somebody, like I have to realize that, you know, it's not like a clean slate, but I can't just jump to judgment the first time I meet them.
Right.
Because like
It's
obviously
hard.
my friend still really likes them. And unless they're
Yeah.
like super toxic or something.
Yeah, I
abusive,
feel like
you
it's
know?
the same when your bestie gets in like a fight with her significant other or their significant other or his significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to be friends with them still after because they like maintain the relationship and you're like, I know what you did.
I saw what you did.
I'm like, I'm a grudge holder.
Look,
You got to grovel to get me back.
One thing about me, I won't forgive, but I'll definitely forget because
That's true.
the brain just keeps working.
Yeah.
But once I remember,
It's over.
I'm still not going to forgive you.
Also on the topic of men that I wanted to discuss is this whole trope of sleeping on men's chests being like comfortable and dainty for women.
I don't think it's dainty, but
It's just like, oh, just lay on your chest and just go to sleep.
yeah, I don't think either side's like can see it as great hand movements. I don't think any side really see because then the guy gets like a mouthful of hair and the girl's like on the skin. You ever get that?
Yeah. Ew.
Sorry.
You did that sound. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have to be like weirdly propped up and then like like what's this arm doing? Like the one that's not
Someone's body's gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, now I literally can't move. I'm hot.
Mm-hmm.
I can last like that for 10 minutes and then I'm like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is why I love a man that's, you know, a little bit built up a bit because you have something to actually lay on.
I almost think that makes it harder because the like width of their torso is bigger, so I'm more propped up. When you are dating a skinny guy, you're basically laying on the bed.
That's true, but I also feel like I'm gonna break them. I have the largest circumference. I have the largest head in my family, so if I put it on somebody who's smaller than me, I'm like, their chest is gonna cave in. Like my head is just too big for this.
I feel like that's just a shared experience of women in general. If I am like in any way like on you or like resting on you, I'm like, are you broken? Are you dead? Are you suffocating?
Yeah, I prop myself up when I sleep and I like sleep with squishmallows like on my neck and stuff. So I feel like for me sleeping on a chest isn't as uncomfortable. It just gets hot because I'm a sweaty sleeper. I'm a hot sleeper. I'm a hot person. Ooh, so hot. Funny, hot, and very cool. Ooh, that's me.
Do you ever get cute aggression like with the guy you're with?
Yeah.
Do you ever just want to I just want to bite him?
Yeah, I want to transform him into a Polly Pocket and then I want to put him in my little mouth.
Yeah, dude, why did we used to eat Polly Pocket clothes?
Polly Pocket clothes, the bouncy balls that were like
oh my god.
I'm gonna take a bite out of those.
What else was a forbidden?
Oh my god, so much forbidden fruit.
What
so
were
many
the
good toys.
this song on TikTok that was I just made an inappropriate hand gesture. The like
didn't even pick that
corn dog looking plants.
Me want bite.
Yeah. Me want
plant corn dog delight. It's the cattails, right?
Cattails, yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah, no, I get that because I also like I just want to like squeeze too. Like I love and there are studies that like hugging is good for you for like stress and other things, and I love a good hug, and sometimes I just want to like I wanna, like Hulk Hogan like.
It's interesting that I get cute aggression with the guys that I like because I normally don't really like physical touch. I like it kind of goes back to what we were saying my beige flag is, that like I either am all in or I don't want you to touch me. I don't like physical touch unless like you are the person I'm romantically interested in.
Yeah.
Like I have like girlfriends who would just like sit on the couch and want to like snuggle or like hold hands drunkenly walking down the street. I do not want that.
You barely even like want a hug.
No, well, also psychologically, science.
So, because science?
According to the scientist.
According to Anne Scientist.
According to the people of the science world, friends who hug less tend to be friends longer.
That's crazy.
Which is probably why me and my best friend from home, I think, have hugged like once, and it maybe was on her wedding day.
That's why we get along, because you hold out on me, and I'm like, I need hugs, and you're like, don't touch me.
Yeah, I can't ever think if we've hugged.
We have once in a while, and because when
you were gonna say we have once.
Because when you hug me, I'm like, oh.
Is she okay?
Yeah, but I've had other friends in my life who also aren't like, and my sister's not physically affectionate. Yeah. So like growing up, I was like, careful.
I know, sorry.
So that table came out of nowhere.
Has it been here the whole time?
No, I just brought it. So I got
Holly brought it on one of her Zooms back and forth from the kitchen.
She's literally doing laps.
I know.
She's NASCAR.
When Hannah came in to record today, I was like, we just got to be prepared. Holly's going to be absolutely awful because she slept literally all day.
Yeah. So
and also she's mad at me because I did not sleep at home last night. Yeah. Anyway, I recently, I wanted to share something with you as a little bit of comic relief. I went into my notes app and did like a little clean out.
Whoa.
And some of the things that I have written in here are inexplicable. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if I dream wrote them.
I hope you did.
It was really funny. A lot of them were like my to-do list or like packing list. And then like the bottom, you could tell I used it as like a draft to respond to someone. And it would be like grocery store, laundry, gym, iron. And then it would be like enter.
Cunt.
Yeah. It would be like enter. I just think it's funny.
Well, I'm really surprised to hear you say that.
So yeah, there's a couple I wanted to share here with you.
Draft text.
One of them, it's titled Random Thoughts.
Oh.
And here's a little list.
Okay.
A minute 20 on highest building by Flume sounds like your AirPods are dying. I don't know. Anthem Part 2 is the most slept on Blink-182 song.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to run for the mayor of DC and my only platform is AC and Ubers.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
December 31st, 2020 at 9:50 p.m. So New Year's Eve, everyone. It's just in title text. It says, I already had that acid trip and knew I was going to marry you. Which is a direct quote from one of our friends who are now married. Congratulations.
Yeah, I love them.
I have from 9:35 p.m. on September 25th, I was on a work trip. It says, not in title case, just in normal text, a tribe of fatherless girls. I have no idea what the context is. I think...
Was that in New York? Or
yeah.
Okay.
I think I was joking with one of my friends, and he made a comment about, like, I don't even remember, but I thought it was so funny I wrote it down. This quote I actually really like. It's not funny, but I took it from TikTok. If it's meant to be, you can't mess it up. If it's not meant to be, you can't fix it. Memoir titles is a list of one.
Title.
My memoir title, apparently the only option is all of my favorite bands have been canceled. What would your
cat? She's sitting in our little box that we used to keep all the sound stuff. That was cute. Sorry.
What would your memoir title be? Sigh. Just sigh.
Yeah, just ellipses after ellipses. I don't know. I'd have to think of it, I guess.
One of my friends in college said that hers was going to be the trying times of, and then her name. And I thought that was really funny.
That is good.
And then we would always joke and be like, trying times.
Yeah. The bit I have been going back and forth with my sister on is that, like, she's like the emotional support sister. Yeah. And I'm like the aggressive defensive sister.
Okay.
So like anytime somebody like shades her, talks shit about her business, I'm like, I'll text you and be like, I'm on the leash next to you, foaming at the mouth.
I
Absolutely.
just realized I totally dented that microphone when I dropped it earlier.
Well, it still works, so we're good.
I was looking at it. I was like, does mine look angled? And no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, this could also spur a fun conversation because I also found in my notes app, I used to keep like my own version of Dante's Inferno, basically, where like I wrote out all my levels of hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's way longer than it should be now. I think we're at 13.
13 reasons.
But I'll share a few of them with you so you can get a glimpse into my brain. Number 1 is shopping for something in the grocery store that you can't find.
Oh my, talk about embarrassing.
So embarrassing. You're like, okay, this recently happened to me with like QP Mayo that like took the internet by storm last year. And I was like, I have to be Emily Mariko and get this. And I was just walking around in circles and I was like, I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
Yeah. You're like, I've been in this aisle 5 times already. Please don't look at me.
Yeah, don't
The
look at
baked
me.
beans are like, the fuck is she doing?
Yeah. Number 2 is the feeling of walking on solid ground after you've been on a trampoline.
I get that after a treadmill too. Or
elliptical. It is a little bit like that. But I feel like trampoline's like the worst of it.
Yeah, definitely.
A sugary hangover. I mean, we all know tossing and turning when you can't fall asleep and you're like overtired. Building IKEA furniture when you're slightly hungover and like hot.
Yeah. And it's like at night.
Yeah. This is one obviously that's personal, but airplane turbulence when you're in thick cloud cover. So there's like no reference
you have
point.
No idea.
I hate that shit. I'm like, are we falling out of the sky? I don't know.
The answer is yes, always.
Yeah. This one may speak a little bit to my tizzies.
Okay.
Conflicting noises, like when someone's watching the TV and then there's a blender on and then someone's also sitting next to me watching TikTok and then my dad is talking on the phone in the other room.
Yeah, you
I will scream.
You just go, hey, can we do one thing here?
I started passive aggressively turning the TV off. Like, if I'm watching stuff with friends and someone opens TikTok on their phone and starts scrolling, I literally will pause the TV until I'm like, you done? I can't. I don't want to listen to more.
Or if we start talking about something, you'll pause it. You're like, we'll wait.
Well, that's more so because
you want to focus.
I want to watch what we're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fair, though, because sometimes it does get overwhelming.
Yeah. What about the car ride between the beach and home when you're like salty and covered in sand?
Yeah, that's always uncomfortable.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
And especially if you have like a wet swimsuit, like when you were a kid.
Oh my God, yeah.
Even like after the pool.
Literal chills.
Even like after the pool, wet swimsuit in the car.
Oh my God.
And you're like, the car is hot and sticky.
Oh, no, it's so bad. The next one, we're on number 9 now, by the way.
Okay.
And I feel like this is mainly for our female audience.
Okay.
When you get the butt itch, like from being in leggings and like sitting for too long.
Oh.
And it's like really like intense, like on your butt cheeks, just like whatever the fabric is.
Yeah.
Just makes you a little itchy, drives me crazy. And it like you can't satiate it. Like it can never be itched.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Stand up in the middle of the office and itch my butthole? Yeah. And I do it every day, constantly. And HR has complained, but here I am. Jobless.
That's why. You've been itching your ass too much, Hannah.
What did you think your biggest strength and your biggest weakness is? Well, it's both. It's itching my asshole and work.
Accidentally eating a piece of eggshell on a hard-boiled egg. I'm sorry. I hope you lost your appetite for dinner.
It's not just a hard-boiled egg. If it's in scrambled, if it's in anything.
Yeah. If it's in anything, it's a no, but hard-boiled just like gets me, I think, the most.
Yeah, especially if you have I love egg salad.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
And that's the worst way to get it.
Another food ick is when your smoothie isn't blended enough and you end up like slightly chewing weird blended pieces of fruit.
Yeah.
Getting super glue all over your fingers.
Oh my God. Yeah. Every time I do my press-ons.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're watching, these are not press-ons. I did them myself.
They look stunning.
Thanks.
And then last on this list, and I really don't know where this came from.
Okay.
But it is really gross. And I don't know why you would ever need to do this either.
can't wait to hear this.
Vacuuming up puke.
Ooh.
Like, why? Why did I write that? I wish like the notes app told you like when things were edited. It does when you share one.
Yeah, I wish it told you why.
Hey brain.
Hey, we peeped in your camera and saw that you had like black mascara and tears streaming down your face when you wrote this, just so you know.
Yeah, it's like, why was I thinking that?
Yeah. I feel like I need to create that, but instead of like personal levels of hell, it's just like the personal levels of like embarrassing situations.
Like getting out of an Uber.
Yeah.
It's always embarrassing.
Sorry, my embarrassing thing is like we were just talking earlier about like when you forget your leftovers somewhere.
That needs to be added to a personal level of hell. I did that this morning and I haven't stopped thinking about it.
It's like, for me, the more embarrassing thing is like not that I left it at someone's house or whatever, or in a car. You leave it at the restaurant on the table.
Because you already had to go through the embarrassment of asking for a doggy bag.
Then they have to come back and go to like pick it up and it's like...
Also, I hate that Americans call them doggy bags. It just sounds like I'm picking up shit.
I love the difference of like to go in the US versus takeaway everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's fun. But my other embarrassing part in relation to restaurants is like, why is it so embarrassing to like get seated and then leave a restaurant?
It is.
You
Also,
have to like weave in and out of tables.
Why are hostesses always so mean? They definitely don't care if...
I could see that in certain places if it's like
we went
crazy.
Out to dinner, like a few of us, a couple nights. Was it last night? 2 nights ago. And this hostess, literally, you could see it on her face. She did not care if we lived or died. And I was like, is something wrong? So the table, we had to wait for it. And we're like, we'll just go to the bar. Sit there, get a spicy Dr. Coke. What?
Whoa.
Diet Coke.
Dr. Coke.
And like a bread basket, as women do.
My eye is tearing up. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm just so funny today.
So
and
emotional.
we're sitting there and then we finally, our table's ready. So the hostess comes over and grabs us. And she was like, you checked out at the bar, right? And we were like, yeah. And she was like, okay, just making sure. And I was like, listen, I'm sure people, like, it was kind of a college town, so I'm sure people have, like, this wasn't a college-y bar, though. Like, it was a nicer place.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sure people have run out on their tabs before, but, like, if we did, we got 3 Diet Cokes and free bread.
Yeah.
So, like, it was just, she was so sassy. It made me feel bad.
Yeah. I had an experience. Should I name drop where it was?
Sure.
Okay.
Your life.
I went to Barcelona on 14th.
Nice.
Love. However, since it is a popular place...
The patatas bravas.
But since the popular place is always very busy.
So busy.
And they try to put as many tables in their small space as they can so they can seat more people. Because everyone wants to go.
Confirmed fire hazard.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And so to me, the embarrassing part is like not even just weaving in and out of tables to leave, but you can barely fit.
Yeah.
I'm not a petite person.
Yeah.
I know
so you're
we
like,
talk a lot about how petite I am, but...
It's like the back of your chair is up against someone else's.
Yeah, and the servers even, and it's like the bussers, the servers, the people who are like coming and like delivering the food, like they have different staff, and they are like standing there waiting for come around filling water, and they like traffic jam, and you have to wait, and then they're like, well, we have to let customers go first.
I hate
and it's like you can't
like
even pass by each other.
Philomena gets a little bit like that.
A little bit,
it's
yeah.
It's like really crowded down there.
They are pretty close together, but this was even closer.
Things not fire hazards? Like, do you think they put tables away like during the inspection?
Or like they just bring them out like on certain days when they have like more reservations.
I feel like I've never seen either of those places like comfortably walkable.
Oh, I never told you this.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
We went to dinner there, and as we were leaving...
also just realized Hannah's earrings say bag of dicks.
Yeah, and you can have the whole thing, honey. Speaking of dinner, I'm having a bag of dicks. We were leaving and going to comedy show. Mm-hmm. And we...
Comedy show?
We're going to comedy show. So we're waiting for our check. We're waiting for the check or whatever to get paid. And this like group of, I guess, college kids, they're very young. I don't know if they can drink legally, but probably because they're at Barcelona. Mm-hmm. They come in to this like table for like 14 people kind of behind us, like a long table. And they have tablecloths on the tables. Okay. And these girls come in, they're all dressed up, bags of loose, like, glitter sequin, and they're just dumping them down the middle of the table as, like, a table setting.
Gosh,
they have, like, a little
being a
table
server
setting.
That night.
Yeah, it was, like, a celebratory, I don't know, an anniversary, a birthday, a something, a congratulations. And they had, like, the themed, like, sequiny.
Right, like the iridescent. Yeah, confetti.
And I was like, and I was like, I turned back around. I was like, I had to put my hand up because they were that close to us. I'm like, you guys, I would kill myself if I worked here.
Yeah, that would be so upsetting.
It's like, I don't even know if they asked if they could do that. I think they just walked in and opened these bags.
I was going to say, I'm hoping that they at least cleared it.
I don't know.
You know what? I recently saw that would also really inconvenience someone you hate. You can buy a jar of 1,000 fruit flies for $10.
Oh, did your ex glitter bomb you? No, they fly bombed me.
I know, right? It's kind of a steal. $10.
Just go outside and pick them.
Honestly, just put like a lemon in your house for 2 days longer than it should, and yeah.
Dude, it's been chilly, but it's been like
not chilly enough to kill the insects.
No, I was on my walk yesterday, and I am like about to walk into my apartment, and there's just like little like gnat flies just hanging out on my sweatshirt.
Absolutely not. So the game is gonna be, we have to read text messages when you search these words that I wrote, and I'm doing it with you, so this is for both of us.
Fun. Okay. My messages are up.
Okay, the first word is, also we're probably gonna have some of the same because we're in 10 million group chats together.
That's true.
But we can just
the top two or something if they're the same.
Okay, the first word is hole. HOLE.
Oh, God. Okay.
Wait, what are you on?
This is my messages.
Oh, you have the update. I don't. Yeah. I was like, what is that piece of technology?
Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, this is a chat with some gays. So it says, gay one says, I'm going down this dark Harry Potter rabbit hole of who I'd want to breed. And then I said, I love being a public hole is the second one that's also in this chat. And then the third one that's in this chat is public hole pics from a gay number 2. These are 3 different text messages. They're not in relation to each other. But they're the first ones that popped up.
Okay, I don't have that many, but one of mine is, I literally cut holes in my nipple pasties so I could nip without showing my actual areola. And you want to know who said that?
You.
Me.
Yeah. You love a good nip.
I do. Okay, the second word is ridiculous.
Can I spell?
Probably
Absolutely
not.
Well, can I spell and will
my first one is, this is a ridiculous length of time for a poop.
I have that one too. And then I have taxis are ridiculously expensive. And potentially there aren't even going to be any because of demand. And then
I don't know what's going on. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm just so itching to change my title in LinkedIn. It's ridiculous.
God. The dichotomy of being an adult.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Hinge.
Oh, boy. Mine is pulled a Kimmy and made a Hinge guy ask me out.
Hell
Nail
yeah.
painting emoji.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes in the dating world, men don't ask you out quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been doing the whole, like, are you ever going to ask me out thing?
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes they're still too stupid to catch on. Okay, that was also my top one. I haven't been through my Hinge likes in weeks. I literally just can't. Hinge is #scary.
I also have, do you think any of you have ever gone on a Hinge date with a spy?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think that those are the best ones that I have for that. All right, we have 2 more. One is bitch.
Oh, boy.
Stupid fuck. I hate this dumb bitch.
I have that one. And then I have check your phone, bitch?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Thankfully, it wasn't me bitching. Sorry I'm being a bitch, but it's making me so uncomfortable. So the sentiment is there 1,000%. He's not like, damn, I hate this bitch. But I'm just pissed and will not be taken advantage of or seem like a simp bitch.
I have. This one has spelling errors in it. I sent this. It's all caps. It says, I thought the bitches loved me.
Yeah, I see that one. I'm just being a bitch now. Someone said, I don't think you act like a bitch ever. Thanks. That's really sweet of you. Okay, the last one is hot. You know, like us. Yeah. Okay.
Funny, hot, very cool. First one is from you. It's just hot, all caps. Many T's. Holy fuck, Harris Teeter was a hot mess.
Also, I'm hot as fuck, so it's fine.
Oh my god. Cleaning my entire apartment and then hot girl walking to lose 25 pounds in 4 hours.
I feel like we really use hot, like...
That's hot. So
like
hot.
Paris. Yeah, it's like hot and sexy. Hot. Oh, Hot Bar has egg rolls now.
Wait, this is funny because it's like somebody says hot and then me, hot, and then the next two messages, hot, hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
I hope Redacted watches my Instagram story so he can see me look hot.
This one is, you keep being hot.
I love.
Oh, now it's also finding hotel.
Yeah. So it's not the best, but I thought that would be fun.
No, that was fun.
I got that from Piccolo.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
We love Piccolo.
Yeah, we used to play Piccolo like literally every weekend because in the lockdown there was nothing to do besides
we played it every weekend before lockdown.
Yeah, true. But I feel like lockdown really like put a magnifying glass on how we couldn't do anything else besides play Piccolo.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing to do besides like go to each other's apartments and drink and play drinking games.
Yep.
It was fun and like novel at the time, and then it got old really quickly. It was just like weirdly holding my wrist.
2 hands grasp.
Yeah, sometimes my little arms
dainty little wrist.
My dainty little wrist. Sometimes my arms get tired holding the mic. Is that just me?
No, I think that's fair because I go back and forth in mine a lot.
Yeah. And, also, my little arms are sore.
I was gonna say you also work out your arms more than I do, so
yeah, I'm trying to get yoked.
I'll have everybody know that I am like twitching and kicking up a storm today because Kimmy fixed the chairs.
Oh yeah, I did.
There's no more squeaky chairs.
I screwed these chairs as tight as they could be, and actually there were a lot that were a little loose for comfort, so I'm glad I did it.
Okay.
Yeah, but we should be safe now, and we're not squeaking in the background. All we have in the background in this episode is Holly jingling and meowing and having the zoomies. So. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed.
So fun.
Yeah. I thought I just heard a faint meow, actually, but that could have just been... I have, like, ghost...
You're, like, Pavloved and conditioned to
just,
like, hearing
I
it.
have, like, literal ghosts. You know how sometimes when your phone is nowhere near you, you'll feel a vibration? Mm-hmm. Or it happens with my Apple Watch, too.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I'm constantly, like, my wrist is vibrating, and then I'm like, bitch, you're not even wearing it.
Yeah.
I have that with Holly, where if I'm not sleeping at home... I will, like, feel something at the end of the bed. And, like, this happens when I'm alone in hotel rooms. Oh my God. And I'll wake up in the middle of the night and, like, have, like, ghost feelings. Like, my cat's at the end of the bed and she's not. Yeah. It's really sad. It makes me sad because then I wake up and I'm like,
no baby.
Yeah.
No tiny.
Yeah, sad. But that's okay.
All right. Well, let's end on a sad note, shall we?
All right. Yeah. Fuck this. I'm out.
Okay. Thanks for listening, you guys. Or as Kimmy likes to say...
Stupid idiots.
There you go.
But also, before you get mad at us for calling you stupid idiots, you should follow us on Instagram, namely Funny Hot and Very Cool. I honestly don't know, but you could just look it up. Very Cool. Amazing. Yeah, we don't use Twitter. We haven't figured out our Patreon. And otherwise, you can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
And we're on the TikToks.
Oh, yeah. We make TikToks sometimes, too. I'm getting kind of good at it.
I liked that.
Thank you. Okay, well, now we can end on a high note.
Yay.
Okay, bye, stupid idiots.
Bye.
Bye.